chanting Om. Today we're going to start with chanting of 11 Oms to get us into the devotion of our practice and to calm the nerves and prepare us for Asana. Our Asana today is going to focus on two parts. We're going to learn, or we're going to practice, because maybe some of you have already learned this, we're going to learn what is called a Moon Salutation practice, and then we're going to move into a Sun Salutation practice that is known as Ashtanga Yoga, and we're going to go through a basic sequence of this type of practice. Okay, so we'll do two different types of practices of Yoga Asana. They're both active, but one is a calming and one is a dynamic practice. But first, let's go ahead and begin by bringing our hands to our heart and then sitting comfortably in a cross-legged position, drawing your shoulders down and back, slightly tuck your chin in, and then have a nice deep breath through your nose. Fill your belly and your chest, and then exhale out of your mouth. And try that again. Inhale through the nose, and fill your belly, fill your lungs, and exhale through the mouth. And one more. Inhale. And let it go. Exhale. So you can join me in chanting of Om. You can also just receive the sound as well if you're in a space that you don't feel comfortable chanting out loud. And we'll inhale. Good, letting your head drop down to your chin and your chest. Go ahead and inhale again. Exhale all the way out. Good, and then just go ahead and release the hands down and gently open your eyes. Good, and then go ahead and come up to a standing position and come to the top of the mat. Good, coming into what's called Samastitihi, we're going to wrap the shoulders down and back a little bit and stand really tall and calm. The feet can be separated a little bit. You can also bring them together. Okay, so we'll begin actually the Ashtanga practice first, and then we'll close with the moon practice. All right, so we'll stand in Samasthiti, and we're gonna go ahead and inhale, and we're gonna reach the arms all the way up, look up, and then exhale, we're gonna fold down and coming down to Uttanasana. Good, and from here, you're gonna inhale and you're gonna look up halfway, and then exhale, look and step back or jump back. So first come to downward dog for a second, and then right away, move through to plank. Release the knees down, the chest. And then slide your hands back, everybody, and then inhale, press the elbows straight. Up into your back bend. Or for Gustasana, and then exhale, come into downward dog. Good. In downward dog, we'll go ahead and pause here and breathe for a few rounds. Inhaling and focusing at your navel. 1, 2, and 3. Let's go ahead and look forward, bend your knees, and jump or step your feet to your hands. Hold into a forward bend, look up halfway. Look at the wall in front of you, exhale, fold again, and then inhale, bring your arms out to the side, rise up. And then release back into Samasthiti. Let's try that again. Inhale, reach. And exhale, fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, look at the wall in front of you. Exhale, bend the knees, and either jump or step back, come right into plank, lower down. Inhale, come up into upward dog. And then back to down. Good. For round 2, we'll hold for 3 breaths here in the pose. 1, 2, and then 3. Let's go ahead and look at our hands, bend the knees, and jump forward. Look up halfway, and exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up. And then release the arms to the side. Let's do one more. Inhale, reach. Look up at the hands, exhale, come through, and down. Inhale, let's look up halfway. And then exhale, jump back or step, lower down. Slide the hands back, inhale, rise up. And then back to down. So let's pause. 1, 2, breathing through the nose. And then 3. Good, now bend the knees and look forward and jump. Look at the wall in front of you, and then exhale, we're gonna fold down again. And then inhale, let's press to the heels, rise up. Look straight up to the ceiling. And then exhale, bring the arms to the side. Good, so that's called Surya Namaskar A, and we did 3. We'll move to Surya Namaskar B, and we will also practice 3 rounds. But before we do, I want to introduce a concept called the bandhas. Bandhas. This concept in yoga is understood as a type of locking action of the muscles, very light, in order to help us navigate and move energy through our body in a controlled way. So the first bandha that I'd like for you to focus on is what's called Mulabanda. Mula in Sanskrit means root. So the Mulabanda appears at the base of the pelvic muscles, at the floor. Sometimes it's described as the muscle that is called the anal sphincter. So what helps us hold in our feces, the gripping of that muscle. Sometimes it's described also as the pelvic floor muscle. In any case, this whole area is like a saddle, and it allows us to, if you squeeze it, we can bring the energy up a little bit higher into the pelvis. So let's go ahead and bring a little bit of awareness to the Mulabanda. Okay? And there's some reading also in your module on the bandhas. We're going to first cross the right foot over the left. We're going to practice our Topukarana. in order to also balance out the left and right hemisphere of the brain. So cross your elbows, take your left hand to your right earlobe, right hand to the left. So let's inhale, look up. And then exhale, we're going to squat. And then we're going to come up again. 1 and 2. Let's keep going. 3 and 4 and 5, 6 and 7, 8, 9 and 10, 11 and 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, and 18. Good, let's release the arms, release the legs, and just kind of shake it out. Stand with your feet together. And now we're going to bring attention to the pelvic floor. We're going to stand here, just in Tadasana, and we're going to inhale. And as you inhale, lift your pelvic floor and squeeze it. And then just exhale and slowly release it down. So it's the muscles that are between the anus and the genitals, or the anus as well. So we're lifting and squeezing this whole part of the body in order to contain and not lose our energy. So let's try it again. Inhale, lift the pelvic floor or the anal sphincter. And then exhale, let's release it down. And then one more, inhale, lift and squeeze, and then exhale, release it down. All right, the next exercise we're going to try in order to kind of bring our awareness to this pelvic area is called Ashwini Mudra. And this is where we're going to just squeeze it and release it and squeeze it and release it. Those of you who maybe have had children, it's similar to like a Kegel muscle practice. So it might be familiar to you. All right, so from here, we're going to inhale. And now hold your breath, and you're going to squeeze the pelvic floor and then release it. Keep holding the breath. Squeeze, release, squeeze, release, squeeze, release, squeeze, and release. Good. Now exhale. Breathe all the way out. Now from here, we're going to try it with the legs crossed. Take the left ankle and place it outside the right foot or the left foot. Good. Squeeze your thighs together. And now you'll feel maybe a little bit more access to the pelvic floor. Let's try it again. Inhale, lift the pelvic floor. Inhale your breath through your nose. Now hold. And now release and squeeze the pelvic floor. Release, squeeze, release, squeeze, release, squeeze. 2 more. Release, squeeze, and release, and squeeze, and then release. And exhale. All right, let's uncross that left foot. And now let's meet at the front of the mat again. We're going to practice Surya Namaskar B now, which has the warrior 1 in there and the chair pose. And we're going to practice this sequence with our awareness of our pelvic floor. Okay, let's begin standing at the top of the mat. Come in Samasthiti. And we're going to inhale, bring the arms back, bend the knees. And then exhale, both your arms forward. Come to Gustasana. Notice my feet are together. And then exhale, we're going to fold Utanasana. If your hamstrings feel tight, separate your feet comfortably, wherever you like. Good, and then we're going to look up. And we're going to look down. We're going to jump back. And we're going to move through Chaturanga. Inhale, lift up into Urdhva Mukha. And then exhale to downward dog. Now lift your pelvic floor, turn your left heel down, step your right foot forward, and rise up. Lifting the pelvic floor as you come up. Good. Exhale, you can release the pelvic floor as you come down. And move through. Inhale, rise up. And then back to your Utana Padasana. Turn your right heel down. Inhale, lift your pelvic floor and step your left foot up. Keep it lifted all the way as you come up. And exhale, you can release it down with the hands and the breath and move through. Inhale, lift up. And exhale, come to your downward dog. Inhale for 1 here. Inhale for 2. Inhale for 3. And then bend the knees. Now we're going to lift the pelvic floor when we jump or step forward to bring us up. And then release, exhale. Lift your pelvic floor as you rise up. Come to Utana, bend the knees. And then inhale, lift. As you inhale, you can lift the pelvic floor, exhale, and release it down. Okay, let's repeat 2 more times. Begin, inhale. Exhale. Inhale, Uttanasana. Lift up halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, jump back. Lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, back to downward. Turn your left heel down. Inhale, step your right foot forward. Lift up. Lift the pelvic floor. And exhale, release everything down. Float through. Inhale, lift. Exhale, back. Turn your right heel down. Left foot forward. Inhale, right up. Exhale, come down. Release the pelvic floor. Lower down. Inhale, up. And exhale, back to go. Good. Just release the pelvic floor here, everybody. 1. 2. And 1 more. Now look at your hands, bend your knees, everybody. Lift the pelvic floor. Jump the feet forward. Look at the wall in front. Exhale, fold. Bend your knees. Uttanasana. Inhale, come standing. And exhale, release the arms to the side. Release your pelvic floor. Let's try 1 more. Inhale. Exhale, Uttanasana. Inhale, exhale, Uttanasana, fold. Inhale, look up. And exhale, jump back, lower down. Inhale, float up. Exhale, back to downward facing dog. Turn your left heel down, set your right foot up. Inhale, rise up, warrior 1. Lifting up the pelvic floor a little bit to help you up. Feel that upward flow of prana. Exhale, release down. Let's move through. Inhale, rise up. And then exhale to downward dog. Left foot. Come up. Exhale, release. Float down. Rise up. And then come to downward dog. 1, 2. Three. Bend your knees, look forward, lift the pelvic floor. Jump over, step your feet to the hand, look up, and fold all the way down. Good, bend the knees, everybody. Sweep your arms up, Gustasana. And then inhale, come up nice and tall, standing. And then exhale, release the arms to the side. Good, I'm going to turn it face you, but stay at the front of your mat. And you're just going to jump your feet apart. Make a peace sign with your hands. Reach up. Inhale. And now exhale. You're going to fold down. Grab the big toes with each hand. Look forward. And then exhale. We're going to slowly release down and stretch
Do the leg. You can pull up against the big toe and let the big toe press down. Let's feel the hollowness in the belly. This is the second bandha. Once you're in the pose, allow your breath to just smooth out and sink down. And then relax. Okay, next breath, we're going to inhale, look up. And then exhale, you're going to take your palms all the way underneath your feet, and you're going to stand on them. Turn the eye of the elbow forward, spread your fingers and your thumbs out. Inhale, you're going to look up halfway. You can bend the knees if you need to. And then exhale, fold down. Again. Creating length in the back body. Press down nicely on the big toe side of the feet. And let's count the breath. 1, 2, and 3. This is look up halfway, everybody. And exhale, release the hands all the way down. Release the hands to the waist. And then inhale, we're going to rise all the way up. Good, come on, standing. Release the hands to the side. Now bring your hands to your waist, and we're going to inhale. And we're going to go ahead and set the right leg back. And come to wide-legged stance. You're going to turn your right foot out, turn your left foot in. And we're going to come to the standing series of first Trikonasana and Parivrita Trikonasana. So we're going to bring the arms out to the side. Inhale, exhale, reach out over that right leg. You can either grab the big toe with your first 2 fingers of your right hand, or you can place the hands on the shin. You can also use your block. Good, and then breathe. 1, 2, 3. Inhale, let's rise all the way up. Keep the arms nice and strong. Turn your right toes in. Turn your left leg out. And then inhale, exhale. Let's reach down to the other side. Utana Padasana on the left now. 1, 2, 3. Good, and then inhale, press through the feet, rise up, keep the arms extended if you can. You can always place them down to your waist, otherwise inhale. Let's turn back towards the right. This hand down, we're going to helicopter our arms to the side. Step your back foot in just a little bit. Inhale, and then reach the left arm up, exhale. Now we're going to twist. Take the left arm down and the right arm up. Look up at your right thumb, or look at the horizon, or look at the ground. 1, 2, 3. Then look down at the right big toe. Inhale, rise up, and turn your right toes in. Turn your left leg out. Turn your right hip forward, and then again come down to the other side, squeezing the belly. 1, 2, 3. Look down that left big toe. Inhale, use your right arm to bring you up. Also use that pelvic floor to also bring you up. And then go ahead and step your right foot back to the front of the mat and come standing. Good. Have your breath. Inhale. And exhale. Good. Bring hands to the waist to step the right foot back again. Now we'll take Partial Konasana, the side angle pose. Turn your right foot out, turn your left foot in. Reach the arms out, bend the right knee, come down into the warrior position. And we're going to reach out, place the right hand on the baby toe side of the floor, or you can also grab your block. Left hand to left hip, or you can reach the left arm over the left ear. Drop your right hip to the floor, stack the knee over the ankle. 1, 2, 3. Good. Inhale, use your left arm to pull you up as well as lift the pelvic floor. Rise up. And then exhale, let's turn to the other side. Inhale, exhale, bend that left knee. Work the right leg straight as best you can. And let's go ahead and reach out, place the left hand to the pinky toe side of the foot, or it can be on your block or on your elbow on the thigh. And reach the right arm over. And start to relax this left hip down. 1, 2, 3. Inhale, use the pelvic floor, lift to come up with the breath. Good, and now let's turn again to the right. This time we're going to helicopter. Bring the left arm forward, bend your right knee. And you're going to either place the left elbow onto the left thigh. You can bring your hands into prayer, or you're going to take that left hand to the floor or the block. And take your right hand to your right hip, turn. If you feel really flexible today, you can then reach the right arm over the ear. 1, 2, 3. Good. Inhale, rise up with that left arm, reaching you up, lifting the pelvic floor. Let's turn back to center, and let's go to the other side. Turn your left leg out, turn your right toes in. Bend, come into that warrior 2 position, and then move your right arm forward, left arm back. You're gonna hook that right elbow outside the left knee. Maybe bring the hand to the floor or your block. And bring your left hand to your hip, twist, look over the left shoulder. Maybe extend the left arm over the left ear. 1, 2, 3. And then use the left arm, pull back, then the right arm comes up, pelvic floor lifts, and you rise all the way up. Good. And then let's go ahead and set the right foot back to the front of the mat. Collect your breath. Good. Let's go ahead and set the right foot back again. Now we'll come into Ashtanga Vinyasa series. Separate the feet wide and have the heels in the same line. So sometimes it's nice to take the feet all the way back to the back of the mat. It helps you align the heels up. Good. Let's go ahead and bring the arms out. Inhale. Turn the palms up. Reach up and back. And then exhale. We're going to come down halfway. Now bring the hands underneath the shoulders. Look up. Turn your inner thighs back, and then exhale, walk the hands back, bring the forehead to the floor, bring the crown of the head down. You can open your legs a little wider to help you get down. 1, 2, 3. Inhale, let's look up, everybody. Bring your arms off to the side, come up, turn the palms back again, lift the chest. Exhale, bring the hands to the hips. Inhale, look up. Exhale, go ahead and fold down again. Keep those elbows together rather than dropping them to the side. Keep them up and pointing towards the ceiling. Bring the head down. Good, strong legs. 1, 2, 3. Inhale, look up, come all the way up. Bring the arms out again, reach out, turn the palms back, lift the chest, press your front of your legs back. Now bring the hands behind your back and interlace the fingers, lift the chest again, and then exhale. Let's come down and slowly bring the head down, bring the arms over towards the floor behind you. 1, 2, and 3. Good. Inhale, let's rise all the way up. The last variation reach the arms out again, inhale, and then exhale, we're gonna come halfway down. Then bring the hands all the way down towards your ankles or hold your big toes. Look up and then look down again. 1, 2, 3. Inhale, let's look up halfway. Lift your pelvic floor. Bring the arms all the way out. Reach up. And then bring the arms to the side. Heel toe your feet a little bit together. And then jump your feet together. Release the hands all the way down. Good. Come to the front of your mat again. Have one nice long breath. Inhale. And exhale. Good. Now we're going to practice a balancing pose. And you can practice tree pose if you're new at balancing poses and you'd like to just practice. This is the variation. The pose itself is called Utana Padasana, Gustasana, and it can be helpful to grab a strap if you have one. If your balance is a little bit unsteady today, place yourself against the wall to give you some support. Okay? Also, coming off the mat helps too to be on something that's a little bit more steady. So we're going to begin. So first we're going to raise the right leg up and we're going to reach down, grab hold of the big toe of the foot. Good, and then come up. So this may be the pose for you today. If you find that you're really falling out of the pose, come to the wall. You can bring your left hand to the wall. Good, and then from there, what we're going to do is we're going to inhale and we're going to exhale. We're going to straighten the right leg out. So if you want to straighten the leg, but you're feeling a little bit tight, you can use the belts to help you. It's a little bit more coordination. Maybe you can use the belts. Okay. Then from here, we're going to go ahead and take the right leg out to the side, keeping your left hand on your left hip. Press to the ball of the big toe. Good. And then exhale, let's bring the right leg forward, coming to Gustasana, balance. Whoops, and then I fell out. And then from here, we're going to try to keep the leg up in the air so that if you feel like you don't want to strain your leg, bend the knee, place the right hand to the right hip, either straighten or bend, and then slowly release it down. Okay, so let that be sort of a way to evaluate the side that we're going to go to now. Perhaps you felt that you wanted to have a little bit more assistance. So you can practice the tree pose. You can do this pose also just with the knee, where you can just bring the knee out to the side and then come back and then release it down. That's perfectly great. Okay, so let's go ahead. We'll do both sides twice. So let's try it again on this side. So the key here is to first find your point of focus, come to your breath, then connect to Mulabanda. So connect to the pelvic floor. With the inhale, bring that left knee up, reach down, grab the big toe, take the right hand to the right hip. Try not to let the knee come out, bring it close to the left elbow. And then inhale, lift your chest, and then exhale, extend the left leg out. And then again, if you're practicing just with the knee, you're just going to practice here. Good, and then from there, go ahead and turn and bring the left leg out to the side. Good, hold your gaze, stay with your breath, lift Mulabanda, squeeze the outer hips. Good, and then exhale, let's bring the left leg forward. And then we're going to release the foot, let the leg stay up a little bit, and then release it down. Good, and then shake it out. All right, so now you have the information about the pose. Let's go each side, one time each. Use support of the wall. You can take the variation with the bent knee. You can just practice your tree pose, or you can move into the full variation with or without your strap. Okay, so let's go ahead and stand in Samatiti. Catch your gaze on a point on the floor. Steady your breath. Go ahead and inhale, Mulabanda. So the pelvic floor is squeezing and lifting. Bend the right knee, grab hold of the big toe, take your left hand to your left hip. Inhale, and then exhale, extend the right leg forward. Stay steady with your gaze. We're not going to hold it too long. In the traditional practice, it's quite a long hold. And then from where we're going to begin to now open the right leg to the side. So it's the stretch and also developing the focus. And then exhale, let's bring the leg back to center. Try to hold your balance. Good. Release the hand from the foot. Let the leg extend for a bit, and then release the leg down. And then you can go ahead and shake out whichever leg kind of felt a little challenge there. All right, let's try the left side. Find your focus. Inhale. Exhale, bend the left knee. Lift the pelvic floor. Pause, catch your balance. Inhale, and then exhale. Left leg comes forward. Inhale, exhale, bring the left leg to the side. Inhale and exhale, bring the leg back to center. Inhale, release the hand from the foot. Hold the leg up a little bit. And then release it down. Good. And then just shake it out. Okay, next pose is another standing balance pose. And there are multiple ways to do this pose. So we'll do first the general way. You're going to come into, bring the right ankle on top of the left knee. Bring the hands to the heart. Begin to bend the left knee. And come down like a little bit into a chair. Slowly reach the hands to the floor. Catch your balance. If you need your blocks underneath your fingers, go ahead and grab your blocks. Then exhale, straighten the left leg and fold all the way down. Good. And then go ahead and bend the left knee. Come back up into this sort of modified chair squat. Bring the hands to the heart. Squeeze the hips. And come all the way up. And then release the right foot down next to the left. Good, let's try the second side. Inhale, take your left ankle on top of your right knee. And then begin to slowly squat down. So you're bending the right leg. Bring the hands to the heart. As you slowly pitch forward, flex the left foot. And then bring the hands to the floor in front of the right foot. Yeah, this might be the pose. Maybe you're on your fingertips or maybe you're on your blocks. Inhale and then exhale. Pull down a little bit more. And then begin to straighten the right leg at your own way. And then fold the nose to the knee. Cycle your breath. Good, then bend the knee. Start to look forward. On the inhale, lift your pelvic floor. Squeeze the outer hips, bring the hands to the heart. And then slowly come all the way up. And release. Good, come collect your breath. So that's the modified variation. We'll leave it at that. We'll go deeper another time. Good, and then come back to the top of your mat. One long, smooth breath. Good, reach the arms back, inhale, Utana, exhale, sweep the arms up, lift your pelvic floor. Inhale here, and then exhale, Uttanasana, pull down. Inhale, look up halfway, exhale, Jump back, lower down. You can step too. Slide your hands back. Inhale, come up into your upward dog. And then exhale to down. Good, turn your left heel down, take your right foot up. And now we're gonna practice warrior one. Bring the pelvic floor up. Inhale, reach the arms up to the ceiling. Exhale, hold. Bend down deeper into that front leg, maybe. But keeping the arms raised, go ahead and straighten the right leg and turn towards the left. Spin all the way towards the back of your mat and come into warrior one again. This time on the left side. Good, now release the arms out to the side, come to warrior two. Shift your left foot over to the right a little bit. And come into the second warrior pose. So keeping the arms extended if possible, just turn your left foot out, your right foot out, and then your left leg in. And come into warrior two on the right. Good, and then wiggle the left hand to the right. Go ahead and bring the hands to the floor, step right back, lower down again. Inhale, come up into your upward facing, and then exhale it down. Good, have a nice long breath here. Okay, now we're going to prepare to come to the floor. We're going to bend the knees, and we're going to try to bring our feet kind of through our hands. So you can walk your hands back a little bit, maybe come up to the tips of the fingers. And we're going to jump and then bring the legs through. So you might want to try that again. We're going to go ahead and take a light jump. And then bend the knees. Use your hands to support you. And slide the legs. Or jump. Good, and then you can readjust your position on your mat. Now roll your inner thighs to your outer thighs. We're going to inhale, bring the arms up, interlace the fingers, turn your palms to the ceiling. Good, and then exhale, we're going to grab the big toes of with our first two fingers of each foot, of each hand. If reaching your foot is too far away, use your strap. You can also bend the knees, or you can bring the legs apart. Good, then from here, let's look up, everybody. And exhale, let's fold down. Separate your elbows. Again, you can lift Mulabanda slightly to begin to protect the lower back. Lengthen out. Good, and inhale, let's look up, everybody. And exhale, let's go ahead and release. Reach your arms up, interlace the fingers, press the palms away. Good, and then exhale, we're gonna release the arms down. Okay, now from here, let's go ahead and bend the right knee. Bring the sole of the foot to the inner left thigh. Inhale, reach the arms up, interlace. And then exhale, we're going to grab the big toe with the right fingers. And the left hand comes behind the foot on the sole, if possible. Otherwise, get your strap. You can also just hold the ankle or the shin. Inhale and then exhale. Let's fold. Bring your breath into your back body, lengthen to the back body and the front body. Good, let's go ahead and look forward and then inhale, let's rise up. Bring the arms all the way up, interlace the fingers, turn your palms away. And exhale, let's release the arms down. Close out that right leg, take the left leg back. Place the sole of the foot inside the right thigh, or you can bring it a little bit towards your groin. Inhale, reach up, interlace, and then exhale, fold. Grab the big toe with the left first two fingers, right hand comes behind the foot, look up, lengthen the front of your chest, exhale, go ahead and fold down. Okay, prepare to come up. Inhale, look up, everybody. Reach the arms out to the side. Turn the palms to the ceiling. Up. And then exhale. Let's release the arms down. Good. You place that left leg straight. From here, let's bend the right knee. We're going to let them come into Artematicana, Marchasana. Bring your right arm up. Bring it inside the right knee. Reach forward. Grab hold of the foot, maybe. Otherwise, turn your right arm back, reach back, left arm comes over. Maybe you can clasp. If not, use your belts. You can hold and clasp with the belt. Good, then from there, lean forward, lengthen. And then at the very end of the posture, begin to slowly bring your forehead towards the leg, the extended left leg. All right, let's inhale, everybody, look up, slowly release the clasp, come all the way up, and then let's go ahead and straighten that left leg out. Bend the right leg, sorry. Bend your left leg back. Inhale, raise the left arm up. Bring the left arm inside. Reach towards the right foot. And now turn your thumb of the left hand down. Reach back. Go ahead and come and clasp. Or you can use the belt again. The belt can be a towel. It can be a t-shirt. It doesn't have to be something official. Good. Turn towards face the right leg. Look forward. And then exhale. Let's go ahead and bring the chest down. And lengthen and stretch. Stay with your breath. And you can lightly lift Mulabanda on the inhale. Keep your awareness there. Good. For the last breath, go ahead and bring your forehead closer towards the leg. Relax into it. Good. And then inhale, let's look up a little bit. And then exhale, let's come all the way up. And then release that left leg straight. Sit in Gustasana. Take your hands up to the outside of the hips. Wrap the shoulder heads back and down. Good, and then inhale, reach the arms up, interlace. And then exhale, release the arms down, bend your right knee again. Take your right arm back, side left arm comes up, and exhale, and we're going to spin towards the outside of that right leg. Take your left arm outside of the right knee. And begin to twist. You can take the left hand up into the Ashwini Mudra. Or if you'd like to take a little bit of a deeper twist, turn the left thumb down, thread the left hand back, and then clasp again. Turn. Try to keep both sit bones down. If you notice that you're really forcing it, don't worry about clasping. 1, 2, 3. Good. Let's look over the left shoulder. Slowly begin to release. Go ahead and unwind and straighten out that right foot. Come back into Gustasana. staff pose. Bring the chin down a little bit. Inhale, lift the breath, lift Mulabanda. And exhale, release. Inhale, reach the arms up again, interlace. Good, and then exhale, sweep the arm down, bring your left leg in, bend it. And from here, we're gonna sweep the left arm back, bring your right arm up. Exhale, take it outside the left knee. Now you'll see the bind from this side. Begin to turn to the left. Turn your right thumb down. And hook. And then go ahead and thread, reach back, and then maybe clasp. Otherwise, just have the palm out in the Astanga Mudra. Look over your left shoulder. Lift the chest. 1, 2, 3. Good. Let's go ahead and release. Unwind, everybody. Stretch your left leg forward. Good. Now from here, we're going to reach back, lean back, and let's bend the knees for variation of Artematicana. Bend, and we're going to lift the hips. Come up and lengthen through the back. Look back behind you. Press on the big toe side of the feet. Good, and exhale, let's release the hips down. Now from here, go ahead and cross your legs. Come forward, walk your knees back. And from here, come to plank, lower down Chaturanga, or you can do knees, chest, chin. And then inhale, we're gonna rise up, come up and stretch the back. And then exhale, come back into your Astanga Vinyasa. Good, now from here, we're gonna jump the feet through again. So inhale, bring your feet forward, and then slide them all the way flat down. So bend your knees. We're gonna move into Navasana now, the boat pose. So we'll go gently. Bring your hands back behind you for a second. Balance on your tailbone. Walk your feet forward, back. And then from here, just go ahead and free your hands. Bring the hands behind the thighs. Lift the chest. Inhale. And then exhale. Good. Inhale, stretch your right leg up. Exhale. Inhale. And then release. Now you can also do this with Mulabanda. So inhale, lift your Mulabanda, extend your left leg straight. Hold Mulabanda, just exhale. Inhale again. And exhale, release the foot and release Mulabanda. Now again, inhale, you can lift now both feet up, lift Mulabanda, hold the back of the legs. Legs can be in a bend knee position or lift the legs up straight. 1, 2, 3. So let's release the feet down. Now from here, reach the arms forward. Inhale. Exhale. Lift the legs again. Maybe lean back a little bit far back. From here, unevenly. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And then exhale. Crisscross your ankles. And we're going to come forward again. Walk the feet back. Your knees can come down too. Lower down. Inhale. Rise up into your back bend. And exhale. Come to downward. Again, we're going to go ahead and bring the feet forward again. So you can bend the knees. And jump. Good. Now from here, I'm going to turn slightly feet. We're going to bend both knees. Bring the soles of the feet together. Let's come into Konasana. If you need any support for your legs, you can place your blocks under them. If you have an injured knee or anything like that, place the block under. Let's inhale. Let's go ahead and cup the feet. Hold the bottom of the baby toe. Lift the chest. And then exhale. Let's go ahead and fold forward and down. Come to Konasana, the bound angle pose. Wedge your elbows on the inside of the thighs. Good. Keep releasing in the pose rather than forcing the pose. Let the breath, the exhale, allow you to deepen it. You can really still feel that connection with the pelvic floor to create stability in the lower back. It'll also give you lifting power as you move through the different practices of asana. Listen to the sound of your breath. Stay present. Good, last breath. And then inhale, let's go ahead and come all the way up. And let's close the knees together. And then from here, we're going to come into Konasana. So you can stretch the legs out in front of you. Or you can, from here, you can just open the legs out to a V. So if you notice that you feel pretty tight in this position, you can lift yourself up onto a bolster, onto cushions, onto your blocks, anything that helps you. And you can narrow the legs a little bit more together. Whatever feels good. Good, have the toes pointing straight up. And from here, we're going to inhale, bring the hands into the heart, press down through the thighs, raise the arms all the way up. And then exhale, let's release the arms down, bring the arms into the front of the pelvis. And we're going to slowly walk the hands forward. Pause here if you want to. Inhale and then exhale. Complete the posture. And then you go ahead and just connect to your breath. Let it ride the whole holding of the posture. Good, one more breath. Lengthen and hold as much as you can. Good, and then inhale, slowly bring yourself up, pressing the legs down, lifting Mulabanda, and let's go ahead and just close the legs together. Good, go ahead and grab your blocks if you have them, or if you have a towel. Roll it into a little roll. We're going to practice a few back bends now. So I want to just open the upper back a little bit. So let's lay down. Place your upper back on the shoulder blades on the first block. I have them at medium height. Good. Go ahead and stretch your legs out. Let's go ahead and reach back. Grip the elbows, interlace the forearms. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Lengthen back. Let the upper back coiled comfortably. Good. Next variation is going to be, we're going to inhale, reach back. And then exhale, release the arms to the side. Now bend your knees, bring the legs into a cross-legged position. You can choose which shin you'd like to bring in first. And then inhale, reach back. And then hook the forearms the other way, the opposite direction, and grip the elbows. Tug the back on the elbows just a little bit. And let the breath ride your whole asana. Let it just sort of permeate the asana. Let your eyes be relaxed. Good, and then inhale, reach the arms all the way back overhead, and then exhale, release them down. Then we're going to come out of the pose. For some of you, you will just switch the cross of the leg and keep the left shin in first, if you had the right one in, and vice versa. Otherwise, we're going to come up, and we're going to come into Virasana. So we're gonna come under our hands and knees. We're still gonna use the blocks. Bring the knees together and the feet apart. Slide your calf muscles to the side. And let's go ahead and sit down in between the heels. The first block again, it's gonna be for your shoulder blades. We're gonna lift the chest, so come into it not from like a lump. Lift the chest, come into an open heart, roll back, come onto the elbows, take your glutes down. You might need to adjust. Bring the blocks in accordingly under the shoulder blades and then underneath the head. So if lying back like this is not in the cards today, no worries. Just go back to the cross-legged position variation and roll back onto your support. Otherwise, those of you who are going to be in Supta Vidasana, bring the heels close to the outer hips. Toes are pointing back. You're really lengthening through the whole front body. We're going to reach the arms back, everybody. And interlace the fingers, turn your palms away, and lengthen through the wrists and the arms. Good. Breathe here. 1. 2. 3. Good. Gently release the arms to the side. And let's reach back again. One more time. Interlace the other direction. Inhale, exhale, turn the palms away. And here you can really feel the next bandha, which is called Utana Bandha. And this is where the navel, the lower pelvis comes in towards the spine and a little bit up towards the diaphragm. We're going to inhale and exhale. Feel the belly sinking down and feel a little bit of that lock of the muscle. And then inhale again. Exhale, allow the belly to contract. Down. You can almost feel the Mulabanda wanting to reach up and touch it. So the pelvic floor can lift a little bit. Inhale again. And exhale. Good, reach back and then slowly release the arms to the side. Good, and just hold the pose about 3 more breaths. It's a very powerful pose. This is a pose that's very good for digestion, very good for metabolism. So let's go ahead and breathe 3 more rounds. Inhale. Exhale. 1. Inhale. Exhale. For 2. And 1 more. Inhale. And exhale. Good. Bring the hands behind the head. Now we're going to come up. If you're in the cross-legged position, do the same. Everybody inhale, lift the head up. And then take your elbows to the side, let your head hover with the neck muscles. Come all the way up. Press yourself up. Readjust your spine a little bit. And then you're going to push off the hands if you're in the Virasana. And then everybody come into a tabletop. Good. And then from there, just push the knees up to the ceiling and straight away. Come to downward facing dog. Good. And from here, everybody just go ahead and bend the knees. Bring the big toes in touch. Come into a child pose. As we move the blocks to the side. Good, then from here, inhale, let's come up everybody. And then you're gonna just crisscross the feet and bring them through your hips and come into Gustasana again. Slide the feet all the way forward, lift the chest, let's interlace the fingers, turn your palm up again. Good, and then exhale, we're gonna release all the way down onto our backs. Bend the knees, place the soles of the feet hip distance apart, and we're gonna come into bridge pose. So bend the elbows, wrap the shoulders under the back, and we're just going to gently lift the hips up. Walk your shoulders under your back. Good. And press down to the outer shoulders. Okay, really feel that nice lift. Inhale. And exhale. Let's go ahead and inhale again. And exhale. Inhale one more time. And exhale, release the hands, and then slowly roll down vertebrae by vertebrae. Bring the hips down. Good, so we're going to do that a second time. And if you'd like to repeat this bridge pose, please do. Otherwise, we're going to go into Artematicana, the wheel pose. So we're going to reach the arms back behind us. And then we're going to bend the elbows and place the palms down, fingers facing the shoulders, right outside the ears. Good. And then if you notice that your elbows come apart, take your hands a little bit wider and bring the fingers towards the outside of your mat. And then you can try to bring your elbows together. Otherwise, from here, we're going to go ahead and wrap the shoulders under the back again. And inhale, lift the hips up. Bring the hips up nice and tall. And this may be the pose for you. Otherwise, if you're going to go a little deeper, we're going to inhale. And then we're going to slide the head back and bring the crown of the head towards the floor. Walk your feet a little bit more forward. And then from there, we're going to inhale. And we're going to try to press through the arms and the legs. And lift the hips. And come up into or put it up. Good. Breathe here. 1, 2, and then 3. Come down, bring your chin to your throat, and slowly roll down. Good. From here, bring your knees into your chest. Give yourself a little hug. If you'd like to repeat, please do a couple more times. Just for the sake of time, I'm going to just carry through. Inhale. And exhale. Good. Now from here, we're going to set ourselves up for shoulder stand. And you're more than welcome to use any support you would like to. I spoke about practicing shoulder stand near a wall before, which I didn't really demonstrate. So the posture on its own, without any support, is where we have the arms alongside the hips, and we're going to inhale and bring the legs up, and then lift the hips up. Start to climb yourself up, and then bring the legs up over the hips. Okay, if you want to use support, you can go near a wall. And I recommend that you bring your hips kind of close to the wall. And you'll lie down and bring your legs up. And then turn. And then just rest your head to the floor. Then bend the knees. Bring the ankles in line with the knees. And then again, wrap the shoulders under the back, and then you'll inhale, and you'll lift the hips this way. Place the hands behind the kidneys. You can walk the feet up. And then play. Take one leg off the wall, and then the second one. And then if it's hard, just do 1, and then 1. And then maybe come off. And then to come down, you'll release the feet at the wall. And you'll release your hands. And you'll slowly come down. Okay? So try either way. If you'd like a little bit more support, you can place a blanket under. Good. Otherwise, you set yourself up. If you don't have a wall space, but you do have a block, you can grab your block, place it under your hips. Hold the front of the block and then lift those legs up. So even though that there's a little bit slight bend in the hips, you're still getting a benefit of the inversion of bringing the blood down the legs. Good, so come into your pose and we'll hold for about a minute, cycling through our breath. Good, a couple more breaths now. Keep lifting the hips up if you're in the non-supported pose. And then from here, we're gonna go ahead and now bring our feet overhead. And slowly bring the feet down. If you're in the block variation, don't worry about it. Just bend the knees and place the soles of the feet on the floor. And lift the hips up off the block and come out of the pose. Good, let's go ahead and come into plow pose. We're gonna release the hands back behind us. And then bend the knees. Come into Utana Padasana. Good, then from here, straighten out the legs, and you're gonna slowly bring the hips all the way down. Bend your knees, place the soles of the feet on the floor. Have a nice long breath. Good, then from here, bring your arms alongside the trunk and come onto your elbows. Lift your head up and come into fish pose. So this variation, you can pause here, you can have the legs extended, or you can come into what's called Utana Padasana, where you extend the legs and the arms up in a V. Good, relax and open up the throat. Good, then just slide your head flat. Bring your knees into your chest, everyone. And give yourself a little hug. Good, from here, let's take our right arm over our right ear. And we're gonna roll to the side. And we're gonna come up. Now we're gonna practice the headstand posture. And of course, since I don't really know your practice, you want to take some precautions if it's something that you've never done before. If you've done it before, please go ahead and just practice as you know how to do it. In the meantime, I'll show you how to do it with the wall space. I'm going to switch my mat. Bring it towards the wall. You're going to interlace the fingers and place the bottom pinky under. Let your thumbs lift up. You're going to place them at the back of your head. Your elbows are going to come in. And you're not going to let your shoulders lift, you're going to bring your shoulders down. Okay? You're going to come to near the wall. And I'm showing you my backside so you can see me going up, and then I'll go to the side. I'm going to push through my forearms, and I'm going to lift my hips up and walk my feet in, walk my hips in. And then from there, we're going to raise one leg up and then try to bring the other leg up. And use the wall to support you. Elbows together a little bit. And then just bring the crown of the head onto the floor. Good. And then come down. I'm going to come down quiet. And then just rest. from the side. I'll just show you without the wall. Again, interlace, have the thumbs up so they can hold the back of the neck. You know, crown of the head, which is about 2 fingers, two of the width of the fingers back, and then that point right there is the crown. And then you're going to place the crown of the head down. And inhale, come up, walk in. Again, don't let your shoulders come to the floor. Lift them away from the floor. You can lift one leg up. And start to balance. Good, and breathe. Good, we're ready to come down. You can release one leg down and the other. And then bend your knees. Everybody come to child pose. And then for a headstand, I like to also place my chin under my neck and then release the back of the neck. Good, and then from there, everybody go ahead and come up. And we're just gonna sit in a cross-legged position now. If you do have lotus pose, you can go ahead and place yourself in lotus pose. I've had an injured knee, but I'm almost getting there. It's getting better. I'll just do half lotus. Good, we're gonna wrap the shoulders down and back. And we're gonna practice one breath practice called Ujjayi Pranayama. Ujjayi Pranayama is known as the victorious breath. There are many ways to practice this breath. And one way is to create a hissing sound in your throat on the inhale and the exhale. If you're new to this breath, let's just practice it on the exhale. So the breath sounds a little bit like a very heavy breathing sound. Sometimes they call it the Darth Vader breath. So we're going to inhale. We're going to release the chin down a little bit, and we're going to come to the third of the bandhas, the Jalandhara bandha. We're going to contract the throat a little bit. And on the exhale, we're going to create an audible sound. Good, and then inhale just normally. And exhale, Ujjayi. Inhale again. And exhale, Ujjayi Pranayama. Inhale normally. Exhale, Ujjayi Pranayama. Inhale. And exhale. Good, now just release the breath. And just let it flow naturally for 1 or 2 more breaths. Good, now go ahead and open your eyes. Grab a hold of your blocks. Place them outside of your hips. And we're going to take something called Tolasana. So what we're going to do is we're going to lift up off the floor, lift the knees. And we're going to hold our pose for about 5 to 10 breaths. Typically we will be 10, let's do 5. All right, so let's begin. Inhale, and here you're really gonna lift Mulabanda. So the pelvic floor is really gonna lift as you're lifting the body up and lifting the breath up. Okay, so let's go ahead and begin. So inhale, you lean forward a little bit. Exhale, let's lift. Start to raise the knees up. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Lift and release. Good. Bring the blocks back. Have an inhale and exhale. Good. Now we're going to go ahead and just come up, and we're going to do one pass through the Moon Salutations to bring us down into the cooling phase of the practice. The Ashtanga practice is a heating practice. This is the Moon Salutation is a cooling practice to culminate our asana. Okay, so we're going to begin standing. We're going to inhale, reach your arms up. Grab hold of your right wrist with your left hand and lean toward your left. So as we're cultivating the energy of the moon, so think about the moon at the night. It's reflective. There's calm and peaceful energy. It has a cooling effect as well. It only reflects the sun's light. It doesn't have its own light. Good. And then we're going to inhale, come up. We're going to bring the arms to the side. And we're going to take the feet out to the side. We're going to come into the Devi pose, goddess pose. Going to a nice open squat. Good. And then come up. And we're going to turn the right toes in, turn the left leg out, come into an easy triangle pose. Remain calm in the practice here. Now there's not a lot of force. Good. Look down that left big toe and then inhale, let's come up. Now turn over the left leg, lift the chest, and then exhale. Just squeeze the belly, hold all the way forward and down. Just rest in the pose, lengthen. Good, then inhale, let's look up, and exhale. Bend your right knee, come all the way down into a nice low lunge. Relax the head towards the knee. Good, and then go ahead and look up, everyone. Bring your left hand on the inside of your left knee. And we're just going to turn towards the center. And then bend your left knee and just come into a gentle side squat. You can also bring the left heel to the floor if you'd like. Squat that way. Good, and let's go ahead and come up. And let's switch to the other side. Come and squat. And let's go ahead and come back up to the center. And then bring your feet together a little bit, everybody. Come into the garland pose. Bring the hands to the heart. Close your eyes. Good, then release the hands down and open your legs to the side again, everyone. And turn towards your right now and come down into that nice low lunge. And bring your gaze towards the earth. Good, curl your back foot, step your left foot in a little bit, and then inhale, look up, and exhale, straighten out your right leg and just fold over. Okay, good, and then left leg look forward, bring your hands to your waist, come up, maybe open your legs a little bit further apart, stretch your arms out, and come into a nice, easy Utana Padasana. And then inhale, let's rise all the way up. Turn the right foot in and come back into the daily pose. Just feel the expanse of your energy. Good. And then inhale, press your legs straight, press your arms straight, come into a 5-point star. Good. And exhale, let's bring the hands to the heart, heel toe your feet all the way in. Grab hold of your left wrist, extend towards the right side of the body. Good, and then inhale, come all the way up. Interlace the fingers now. Turn towards the long way of the mat. Exhale, we're gonna come down into a toe stand. Bring the knees forward. Good, and then shift your weight back. Extend the legs all the way out. Bring your feet forward, inhale, and then exhale, we're gonna roll all the way down. Bring the arms overhead, inhale back. Lift your Mulabanda. Good, hold in position, exhale, release Mulabanda. And let your navel come all the way down, feeling Uddiyana Bandha. Navel comes in and up. Good, and inhale. Expand the belly, lift your Mulabanda, so lift the pelvic floor. Exhale, release. And squeeze the Uddiyana Bandha. And hold at the end of the breath. Good, one more. Inhale, lift Mulabanda. Exhale, Uddiyana Bandha. Then hold the breath at the end. Release the arms down now. Turn your legs out and inhale. And exhale. Good, now just let the breath be free. Let your body relax. Let your lips gently touch and your jaw be slightly open. Feel the heaviness of the body and feel the lightness of the inner body. Or just be open to whatever you're feeling, however you're processing the practice. So allow your eyes to be heavy, really heavy in the sockets, and the skin of your face spreading really smoothly down towards your ears. Let the belly rise and fall naturally in its own pattern. Right, just continue to rest in Shavasana for the next few more minutes.
I will close with the closing mantras today, and feel free to just relax in Shavasana as I play them for you. Good, and if you feel rested, go ahead and wiggle your fingers and your toes. And have a nice stretch. And gently bring your body up. Unless you've already come seated with me for the chanting. And so that brings us to the end of our asana and chanting practice for this week. And I will see you in the next video for breathing